Welcome to this C++ beginners tutorial. Let's get started to our very first tutorial for you to start your journey in C++. First, we have to understand what is C++. It is basically the computer language that helps people to tell computer what to do. It's like learning a magic spell to make a computer amazing things like play games, draw pictures, or solve many problems. Why learning C++ in 2024? Number one thing is for performance and speed. C++ is one of the fastest programming languages, making it ideal for building critical software like video games, real-time system, and applications that need to run quickly. So there you need C++ for performance and speed. Second thing is versatility. C++ it is used in many fields including gaming, finances, embedded system, and even AI and machine learning, where performance is crucial. The other thing is strong foundation. When you learn C++, it gives you a deep understanding of how computer works, such as memory management and system level programming. This knowledge can make you a better programmer in languages. By learning C++, you equip yourself with skills that are both timeless and applicable to current and future technology, because C++ doesn't change. With all said, let's get started to our very first Hello World program in C++. In this tutorial, I'm going to be using Dev Embarcadero as an IDE. You can just head over to any browser and type Dev C++ and you can choose between these IDEs. They are simple and straightforward to install, so I'll put the link in the description below. So when you open your Dev C++ Embarcadero, you'll be greeted with this UI here, where you can choose, you can create a document, open an already existing document, and customize the theme if you want. So to get started, we are going to create a new document. So according to my theme, I've just set this theme to be a dark theme. So you'll be greeted with either a white as a default background for where you can type in literally anything. The next step we're going to do is to set up our project. So how are we going to set up our project? So set up a project, just click to File, then you go to Save As. So when your window loads, you can choose the directory. In this case, I'm going to leave it in this directory, and I'm going to name it C++ Hello World. You can press enter or click save, and you've noticed here on top it is written in Hello World as name of my program. So to start with, in C++, there is this code which I used to use myself when I was first introduced C++. It's more like a story. There's once upon a time, there was a magical computer language called C++. It had a special library called IOStream that allows it to talk. Then there was a special function called main. That was the heart of every program. Inside main, the computer learned to say hello world. So let's get started. In order for us to fulfill this a short story. So in C++, first thing you should do is to use hash. So let me just change my keyboard to UK. Is to use hash include, then open and close angle brackets IOStream. This basically tells a computer or a compiler that this program we're going to write is a C++ program which will enable us to use input from the keyboard and display it to the console or the screen. The next thing you should do is to write an int main with open and close brackets followed by open and close these parentheses. Inside the main, that's where we're going to write the whole C++ program. What you can do here, the main function, what it does is when a C++ program is running, that's where all the execution of program starts or controlled, because it is the main function, as we've already heard from the story that inside the main function computer learned to say hello world. So to write your hello world program, first you are going to start with std. This just tells the computer that we are going to use the standard library, followed by full double colon, then cout. This is pronounced as cout, whatever you can pronounce it, but in C++ we call this cout. Next thing you have to do is just to write two left angled brackets like this, followed by a speech marks. So inside the speech marks you can write everything you want. So in this case we are going to write hello world, as our story tells us, as the computer inside learned to say hello world. At the end we are going to put a semicolon. A semicolon in C++ simply tells the computer that this is the end of the line. So it tells the computer that this code has ended here. Here you can type anything. It will be taken as another line telling a computer what to do, but in this case let's leave it here. The last thing you can do is writing return 0 followed with a semicolon. This actually tells the compiler or the computer that our program runs successfully. If the program didn't run successfully, it cannot reach this line 4, else it will give us sometimes error, of which we'll talk about errors in the future video, errors, or returning a random number which we call a garbage. So to run our C++ program, you can head to execute, compile and run, or you can just press F11 on your Windows machine. So our program is compiling. We shall wait for a command prompt to show us the results on the screen. So our program has compiled successfully. You can see here we have a hello world word. So this is how you can write your C++ hello world program. What are the improvements we can do here? Every time we want to see out, it becomes much boring. Instead here, what improvement we can do as the beginner, we can write this statement using namespace std. I'm sure you've seen this statement in different books as you are starting your journey. So this simply tells us, instead of us every line to write std with double full colon, we can exclude this and just include it as the program starts to run. So let's run once more by going to execute, compile and run. We see if our program will run to this as successful as before. So our program is compiling. It shall be prompt us anytime soon so that we see our results. So the program has finished running. You can see it basically does the same thing. And also our program finishes by telling us that the returned value is 0, which we have put in this line 6 to show us that our program has learned without any problem. So this is how you can write your Hello World program in C++. Follow, subscribe for more videos as we are as we will be following this journey in C++ together. So I'll put the link in the description, as I said, about this IDE, a very simple and easy to use IDE in C++. Thank you.